But a lot of people say that you're ready for the top 15 already. And a lot of people say that you can beat Edgar Berlanga. That you could already beat him right now.
Shit.
In fact, a lot of people say you could stop him.
Shots fired.
How do you think a fight between you and Berlanga will go?
I mean, bro, I think Berlanga don't get enough credit. Honestly, like, you know, he's doing his thing, he's working, he's throwing hard, but I just feel I'll take his ass out for real.
Oh, shit.
He started shots fired.
Fighter, you know?
Welcome back to another episode of Van Stale. Thank you all for viewing and subscribing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. The best is yet to come. We want to wish you all a very happy new year. We hope you stay strong. You come through this year and kill it. We sure are. We're going to put out some new episodes, some dope episodes weekly like we have. Stay tuned. Back to the introducing. I'm Andrew. This is our co-host right here, Nelson Garcia. And today's special guest is not only a friend, but someone many of us look up to here in Florida. He's won many amateur titles, including 2 National Golden Glove Championships, and now on his way to a world title as a professional. With a record of 3-0 and all his wins by knockout, we have Abel El Jefe Gonzalez.
El Jefe.
Thank you guys for having me.
Que hola, bro. Hey, what's up? How you doing, my bro?
Finally, we got you in the building, dog. I'm excited about this one, dog.
Bro, this guy's so heavy-handed, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Damn, dog. You know?
And shout out to everybody that's been here before, man. But this guy right here is a brother to me. Like, I consider him a brother. We're really close friends, so it's gonna be a dope-ass episode. And I can't wait to chop it up.
Yeah, he's been crying these past few months. Abel doesn't like me no more.
He's getting busy, but nah, we got you here, champ. We got you here.
We're here.
Hey, man, now that we're starting this episode, let's start it off right, man. You have a fight next week.
Yes, sir, on
January 14th, right? Saturday, the Gulfstream Casino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hollandale, Florida. So you still got tickets available? It's all sold out.
I got like a few left.
Hit up my man right here, Abel Gonzalez
15. Abel underscore Gonzalez 15.
Abel underscore Gonzalez 15 on Instagram if you want some tickets, or you can contact us. We'll direct you his way so you can get some tickets.
For sure.
Y'all gotta tune into this fight.
What can we expect, man, come January 14th from you?
Shit, it's gonna be a great night of fights, man. From everybody on the card to me, it's gonna be explosive.
Oof. I can't wait, dog. I can't wait. We're gonna be there. You already know.
I don't think Abel is getting out the first round.
Let's see what happens.
You watched the fights last night?
Yeah, definitely. There's some good fights, man. Good fights. Let's talk about the co-main event. Somebody that me and Nelson are really high on, Jaron Ennis. Bro, I think I forgot to say his name. Chucker.
Yeah, whatever.
The Ukrainian cat.
Yeah.
Bro, his footwork was insane. He just wasn't throwing. But his angles and everything, it was beautiful. He was rolling. He made Ennis look very, desperate, like unorganized. But he adapted well and kept putting the pressure and eventually just kind of...
I think it was just the talent difference. I think Jaron Ennis is just better. But there was little things like you said, like the footwork and the angles. Many times Jaron Ennis would look, he wasn't there in front of him no more. He was kind of doing like the Lomachenko side of angles.
He was slipping.
He would come under, get out of the way, boom. And Ennis was like, where the fuck he go?
He was getting desperate too.
Yeah, he was looking. He ate the rope like 3-4 times and made him turn his back a bunch. You know,
he would lunge in with the hook and do a full 360. That doesn't look good. I get it. You don't feel threatened by this dude, but still, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, Buddy had crazy footwork though. If he would have put some punches together with that,
but
he landed a few clean shots on him. Real good hooks.
Ennis has a good chin though. You can tell that he's one of those guys that to hurt you really have to put it on his ass. But Ennis fought that fight with no fear. Like he was not really worried about it. But if he would have fought that fight more composed and stuff, like he would against somebody in a higher level, he probably could have gotten him out of there.
How you think he does with Virgil Ortiz?
I think he beats him. And I like Virgil Ortiz.
I think that'd be a good ass scrap.
I think it would be a good fight.
I did think Boots would take him out early, but seeing this fight, I feel like, Ortiz does have a different style, more pressure, but
styles make fights.
Styles do make fights, man. But we're getting on a topic, man. Let's talk about the champ, dog. You know the future champ right here, dog. Talk to us, man. How did you start boxing?
My dad made me start training. They make me start training. He put me to start training with my dad's best friend in Vegas, Rafael Ramirez. His daughter was an Olympian, Yarosel Ramirez.
Oh, okay.
For USA. Yeah, so we grew up training together with Freddie and Emmanuel Rojas.
You were like 9, right? Around
like 10, 9, 10. And, I started training at Johnny Toco's. I think they closed it now. That's like one of the oldest gyms in Vegas. Muhammad Ali used to train there. It's dope. They got a big mural. It's real old school. And then I started with him there, and then I got my book. And then I didn't fight. I went to weigh in one time at 11 years old, and I weighed 140 pounds.
Damn, you're a fat boy.
Yeah, I remember that.
I got no fights starting off like that. So I didn't really start competing until 14, 15. And then that's when I started to really, take it a little more serious.
You did take a big gap, and then your brother, Ameth, he was boxing, and he had a couple fights. So how was that, man? Looking at your big brother boxing, did that motivate you, like, to actually start competing, or was it like something else that made you want to start competing?
Nah, most definitely. I always wanted to be like my big brother, and he'd always worked hard. I always looked up to him, and we just always put the work in together and shit. It was dope.
Who ended up competing first, you or your brother?
My brother.
Your brother.
Yeah, my brother started first. In the old days in North Miami, Powell and stuff, and
The throwback days when we were in high school. You were born in Vegas, right?
Born and raised out there.
You were raised out there when did you come to Miami?
Like 13, 14.
Damn, you came
Okay.
late, man. I thought you were like here a lot younger.
But I remember you being here like before that though. Would you come down here?
Yeah, I used to come in the summers, and I used to train at George's old gym in the summers with at the gym right by Westland.
I remember those are the days that we
Right. That's throwback.
That's
throwback.
We used to go there in the summer and train
I used to train there with Benjamin. Remember?
Yeah, Benjamin, Ariel, and
Yeah, Ariel. Mm-hmm.
I remember because you were a little chunky, and I was training with your brother at that time. Like, yo, man, start boxing, man. Your brother's pretty good. Start boxing. Like, oh, I don't know. You were kind of like in between and stuff. And then thankfully you picked it up because look at you now, man. On the track to be a champion soon, baby. So you already know. Ooh, I was gonna be excited, dog.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And one of the best prospects from Florida, locally known here, but people don't know, man. He's the best in the nation.
They're keeping on the outcast,
They don't know
but
yet.
they don't know
They
yet.
don't know yet, man. But hey, your dad is your head coach. In boxing over here, especially here in Miami, it's hard to stay focused, keep your head on the track. Do you think that your dad is one of the reasons why you stayed focused in the sport?
Definitely, 100%. My dad always on top of me, and just not like when another coach, that he really, really has his best interest. And aside from boxing, just me as a man, as a person, just wants me to do good. And definitely did. But the main change was just a switch in myself. Like me wanting to do better and not messing up, and really wanted to do something with my life.
Oh no, facts. 100%. I mean, it all starts with you. Your dad can give you 100 advices, but if you don't take them,
Exactly.
that's all
like they say, you could take the horse to water, but you can't force
make
it to drink it.
Yeah, facts.
How does it feel to have your dad in the corner, being your dad in the corner and being your trainer? Like, how does that combination work? How do you feel about it?
And the fact he's dedicated his whole life now to boxing.
Yeah,
Because of you.
It's awesome, man. It's a beautiful experience. Every day we train together, we do everything together. We always bump heads, but that's my right hand man.
That's a
my best
relationship.
friend, 100%.
Well, let's shout him out, Ameth Gonzalez from Kangaroo Boxing. If you're in the Miami area, you gotta check out Kangaroo Boxing.
He has a nice program going on, man, with the kids there, man.
Yeah,
that's
for
dope.
sure.
He started from the
very
bottom.
Good, competitive for the kids. Don't come if you're soft. You gotta be strong to work with Pops, because he's gonna break you, and he's gonna rebuild you. But he does it out of his best interest, and it's awesome.
Kangaroo Boxing, man. What, man? Why Kangaroo? Why that name? How did that name come upon?
Honestly, I don't even know.
Because of the
There's
footwork,
one day my dad
probably,
just drew a picture. This is what I'm gonna name it. It's gonna be Kangaroo, and I was like, all right, we're gonna ride with it. And he didn't want nothing too he wanted something more appealing to everybody, more for kids and kids with their parents and
It's
stuff.
more
Like, you don't want
welcoming.
some killers this or
Right.
That's dope. Yeah, I think that's a good name, Kangaroo. It's like more pleasing, more. It's not like you said, like killers and stuff. Parents don't want to put their kids in something. Oh, kid, like what is that?
Exactly.
So that's a good theme.
So like that, it's dope.
Definitely in a business aspect, it was a good move. You know what I mean? But back to you. I mentioned you won a lot of amateur titles. Tell us a bit about your amateur success.
In Florida, I haven't lost in about 10 years. I had a loss when I was 13. And I fought the same guy 5 times. And it's crazy. My first fights, I lost the majority of them.
Really?
I got my first 10 fights when I was training with another coach. I was like 3-7 around there, and then from there I've just been with Pops, and I'm 68 and 11 now or something like that. All my losses were national titles.
Why do you think you were 3-7 at that time? What do you think was happening?
I wasn't training right, bro.
You weren't dedicated.
It was just come to the gym. No, I was dedicated as hell. I used to ride my bike to the gym all the way to Westland, or walking with my dad, and Mandy used to take us back. I don't know if you remember Mandy.
Yeah.
They used to, stuff like that. We used to really put in that effort, but it just wasn't, it would be there, jump rope, hit the bag, and a couple sit-ups. And then sparring, but then when you go to the fights, I'm all tired by the first round. There's
It's different.
no real, and then when my dad got me, it was just militant. Gotta run.
When did your dad decide to actually take you and actually become a full-time trainer to you?
He started seeing I was a scrub, bro. I was losing. He was like, nah, you got potential, He was like, what's up with this? Let me really, And then, bro, it was just running, different physical workouts, bag work, drills, everything. It was just on top of it, 100%. 100%.
Nah, but you weren't no scrub.
You weren't
had
a scrub
skills from the get-go.
Yeah, you can tell.
But I never really like met you like that until you were like 13, 14 already. When you would come, I remember you would spar my boy Carlos, but you had skills.
Yeah, Carlos was strong, bro.
He was a heavy puncher.
Yeah, I remember I used to spar him, and I don't know if you remember Sudo and Chino.
Yeah, of course.
I remember he used to crack me, bro. I was young, too. Them boys were strong.
Yeah. I mean, he was buff as heck, I remember.
Yeah,
Chino was buff as heck. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's throwback stuff, man.
Why did you come to Miami though? Because I know you were out there in Vegas, and Vegas being the mecca of boxing, and at that time you were training and stuff. Why did you decide to move to Miami? What was that switch?
Real immature over there, man. They always bullshitting in class.
Right.
And I actually got suspended. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I got suspended for fighting or nothing like that, like every other. But I got suspended for a stink bomb. I got expelled.
For what?
A stink bomb.
Oh,
yeah, in class. It's like the little glass ones you just crush on. It's sugar glass. And that shit melted, and then I swear to God, the fire department came to the school.
You made a whole show.
It smelled disgusting. My school was small, Kenny Gwynn, very small little thing. So they had to evacuate the whole school. And then some chick, they said it was me, and then I was a jit.
There's always a snitch, dog. Yeah. There's always a rat, bro.
Yeah. She's still. I don't like her.
That he remembers her name. He has her on Facebook.
Nailani, she was the worst at that time.
That's too funny. Dog.
And this Bolton, the dean, like interrogated my ass, like, where'd you get it from? All this stuff, and I'm like, whatever. I just admitted to it basically, and they expelled me, or they were gonna send me to opportunity school, and I was like, whatever, I'm with it. And my mom was like, nah, like it's
sending you back to Miami.
Yeah, she sent me with my dad. And that's exactly what I needed, because I was out there just with my mom and my stepdad, but my stepdad's not, necessarily he won't really put that discipline into me like my father would.
Of course. I mean, that's not his job either.
Yeah, exactly, so I came down with Pops, and it was, he got me right.
Do you see yourself going back to Vegas with your dad, obviously, and training for training camps and stuff, or you want to do everything in-house in Miami?
I'd love to, honestly, because I got my mom out there, my brothers, and it would be dope to be out there.
Oh, but now that you said I'd love to, if you had to choose, you like Vegas more than Florida?
Good question.
Or Vegas more than Miami?
I like here better. For training and stuff, it feels a lot better, but I love Vegas, man.
Really?
It just has a special place in my heart. I love it.
You were raised and born there, so I mean, that's home, if you think about it.
Wow, man, that's it, man. You're a trader now.
Where were you born at exactly?
In Las Vegas, in Spring Valley.
I'm not too familiar, so that's like by the strip and stuff?
So the strip is like right here, and then I'm more on the west side of Vegas. It's like a little bit over here.
So yeah, it's kind of close, basically.
Yeah, like 10, 15 minutes from the strip. Vegas, everything is close. 30, 40 minutes away. That's like a long drive over there.
Yeah, it's Vegas. It's not like he's saying Nevada. He's saying Nevada, then there's
a different story.
Places.
Yeah, they got Reno, like 8 hours from us, Pahrump, shit like that.
When's the last time you went back?
I went earlier this year. I actually got some sparring out there with Carlos Adames.
Okay, how was that work?
Yeah, Sala's gym. It was great work, bro. He's strong.
That's amazing work,
He's a strong dude. It was some good quality work right there.
I know the answer, but I don't know. Maybe it's different. What work is better, the work out there in Vegas or the work here in Miami?
They got a lot of good work out here, man. A lot of people they really underestimate South Florida. Maybe the amateur system is a little different, but the pro game is pretty raw.
He didn't expect that answer. He thought you.
I thought you would say Vegas.
Vegas has great work too, though. The Mayweather gym and all that. But
top ranked gym.
You also have to remember he's living here, so he's gonna get a lot of work here.
That's true.
No, but like top level, John Pascal, Hot Rod.
You worked with John?
Yeah, I worked with John Pascal. I was just working with Steve Jafar twice this week. Steve Jafar's a vet in the game, real crafty dude.
And big.
Yeah, real smart.
And heavier too.
He really wasn't too heavy, He's been on his grind, so he's maintaining weight good.
No, but he doesn't fight at middleweight. He fights like a light heavyweight.
Yeah, 175.
Yeah, so he's
but he walk around like 180, 185 type of thing,
He's tall, though.
Great work, yeah.
Tall
he is pretty tall. I got some work actually not too long ago with Vladimir Shishkin. Some pretty good work with that Russian. He just fought recently with Uzcategui.
That was a pretty good fight. They were both fucking
entertaining.
Banging each other up.
That's crazy though that none of them fell, bro, because they were banging each other and catching each other clean.
I know, it was a decent fight, and he got, with that fight, they ranked him, I think, 9 in the world.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, how do you see yourself doing right now with them?
Bro, I feel, that I could do it. I could take all of them. I just got to develop in there. I just had my first 8-round fight. And, from there, we build up to 10 rounds, 12 rounds, and then it's different,
No, bullshit. Don't be capping. You still haven't had an 8-round fight, bro.
The other one was 6.
Capping, bro. It was 6. You finished it early, bro.
but I felt good to do 2 more. I'm not going to lie. Leading into that fight, I was a little nervous. Not because of the guy or nothing like that, because it's never like that. But I never fought 4 rounds. You know, so I go straight. I never, you know, I fought 2 4-rounders, but they ended in the first, you know?
Right.
And the people, they came to fight, but they weren't really, you know, they didn't have that winning mentality like this guy did. Maybe he wasn't the best, but he was awkward, strong, and he didn't have a doubt in his mind that he wasn't going to win that fight.
He didn't want to lose.
You know? He was looking for that home run the whole time, and I was just worried about, you know, but it's great it happened. You know, I needed that feeling so I could learn about myself. And
it's rounds in that you're getting, man. That's exposure for you. You get to learn more things inside the ring, outside the ring. You know, it's a good experience.
Exactly. Pacing myself. I learned that my style is better like that. Like, I could really pace myself good, longer rounds, and break people down. Because systematically, that's how I like to box, you know? Tap you here, you know, stick you here, move around, stick you here, you know? And when it's time to bang, it's time to bang.
I mean, truth be told, I mean, boxing is a thinking man's sport. You can't just come in here and rush it, you know? And that's how you get caught.
Yeah, 100%.
And that guy was throwing big left hands. Like you said, he wanted to hit the home run.
Yeah, he was just looking for the home run, so that's what made it a little, honestly, easy for him not to hit me. But it's still, you know, like, there was times I felt I had him hurt, and then I'll come with a little, and he'd throw some shit, fink.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you gotta stay on point, you know?
I want to go back to your amateur career. How many amateur fights did you end up with?
I think 71.
71?
71 or, no, like 70.
Somewhere around there, bro.
70-something. I had 11 losses and like 60-something wins. So
do you regret turning pro and not trying to go to the Olympics maybe? Trying to win maybe a gold medal, silver, whatever? Like,
I mean, that's the, you know, the boxing fairy tale, you know, that's the goal to become the Olympian. It definitely had it in my head the whole time, you know? But it didn't happen, so it's like, it is what it is. You know?
Getting
to the next.
Getting robbed at nationals can take
it's annoying, yeah.
that fire out of you.
Yeah, you know, I mean.
And robbed many times. He got robbed many times.
You know, fights were always close. I blame myself for not, you know, for not really fully preparing myself and to give me that extra push to put me ahead of them, you know? To really make it a noticeable difference.
Yeah, you would leave some fights too close.
Too close, and then I low-key would get tired because, you know, I was just a knucklehead, you know?
I have seen you get tired. That I have
seen. Be a little
seen
knucklehead, you know?
But then again, in the amateurs, because I've gotten tired in the amateurs too, and you will agree with me now. We could do 12 rounds sparring and we don't get tired. But for the amateur fights, why? Because we're weighing in the same day we're fighting,
True.
so we don't
That's
have time to rehydrate and. You know, like right now in the pros, you can go 6 rounds like nothing. 8 rounds 6, like nothing.
8. I'm pretty sure I could do 10 right now. You
12
know?
Probably, bro.
It's really, what I feel for me at least was a maturity difference. Right. Really take my craft serious. You know, I used to be in the gym and I would always train no matter what. But when I really put it in my head that this is what I really, really want to do, I started like studying more and just really taking this shit to the next level, man.
What gave you that switch, like, to tell your parents and your family, I want to turn pro? What was that switch? Like, what made you want to turn pro?
Broke, bro. Trying to grind, you know, trying to get this money. And then leave a little legacy for myself, you know?
Since we're on the pro topic and turning pro, why did it take you so long to turn pro? Because I remember that was lingering around for a while. You had signed with Split Team Management. That didn't work out. What ended up happening there? You know, give us some insight.
You know, Split T's a great company. They just had a lot of food on their plate, and I still love all of them. They're all great people. Brendan, still my man. He's cool as hell. You know, unfortunately, we split ways, but, you know, I'm happy where I'm at now. I'm with Ryan Rickey, best manager of the game.
Shout out to Ryan Rickey, man, because I see him doing a lot of moves, especially here in Miami.
The best manager, and he's just a best friend to me, a brother to me. He's awesome, man. 100% glad to have him in my corner.
100%. But how about prior Split T? Why did it take you so long to step into the professionalism? Because you did take a little while. Mm-hmm. We were all like, you had like the whole Florida, almost half of Florida, like excited, like, okay, when is he fighting?
I saw your weigh-ins, but then the whole COVID happened and they canceled all those shows.
That was nuts, man. That's crazy. I even forgot that happened.
Yeah, because you were gonna go pro. He was training with Pedro.
Yeah, I was gonna debut. What was it? March.
Yeah, 23rd
right.
And then the day after, they started closing everything down.
Everything got closed the next day. I weighed in. Boom, I'm all excited. Yeah. I wake up, they told me the show's canceled. I'm like, nah.
Damn, I just cut away for no reason.
Gee. It was just, you know, upsetting me because that one I really, you know, I locked in again and I got refocused and then I got let down again. But it's right back on it, you know?
Well, now that you're managed by Ryan Rickey, which I like a lot, I think we all like a lot. He's moving you really, really, really fast. What's your goal with your career? Like, do you guys want to go on the fast track, you know, or do you guys want to like step by step, slowly, or do they want to fast track your career?
I don't think he wants to fast track my career. You know, he's just trying to get me into the right position to build, you know. So it's not really necessarily rushing, but at the same time, we're 25 and, you know, we don't want to really take the easy route, you know, either. But
I don't think you need it either.
Yeah, I think we're just, you know, in the middle type of thing, you know. Like, not too fast, not too slow.
Are you guys already being seen or have any talks already with promotion companies and stuff like that, or not yet?
Yeah, my manager's doing business. You know, he's talking. I leave that all up to him and my dad.
Right.
I just put in the work, training.
100%, like a real fighter should.
100%.
Do you have anybody that you want to sign with though?
Honestly, nah, man. Just whatever they think's best is what I'll go with. You know.
Whatever gives the best deal. How's that? Whoever cuts the best check.
And that you see that they really want you and they really want to like progress your career. Because some people, they can throw you money, but they don't really want you to succeed. So that also plays a role too. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I had asked if the goal was to fast track your career a little bit, because on your third fight you're already taking a 9-0 guy and stopping him and looking good at doing it. So it's no reason to slow down the career is what I meant by that.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to keep, we don't want to go also, step backwards, We want to keep fighting decent opposition, make the record look straight, and just little challenges, I don't get nothing out of busting my ass and cutting weight and drinking hella water and not sleeping.
Yeah, for a guy with 50 losses.
To fight a guy and then, I jab him once and he touches the ground, so, my manager's doing a great job picking great opponents to help me develop and just become what we know we're going to become,
And what is that?
Champion, baby. World champ.
Champions, baby. What do you represent more, Hialeah or Hialeah Gardens?
Shit, I mean, Hialeah just in general, I consider Hialeah Gardens part of Hialeah.
Yeah, but Hialeah Gardens is home. No.
He said Hialeah in general.
True, shout out to Hialeah, but we gotta represent Hialeah Gardens too, dog. You feel me? Like Aaron is doing that too, Hialeah Gardens, because we're from Hialeah Gardens. We basically were raised there. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Hialeah too, because I'm from Hialeah too. I was raised in 2-4, Buggy Den. Shout out to all them, but Hialeah Gardens too. That's home, dog.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to Aaron too. He's doing his thing.
That's gonna be dope, man. When y'all both become champions and shit, the first 2 champions for Hialeah Gardens. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be raw.
How was your experience over there in Puerto Rico for your third fight, your last fight? How was that experience like?
It was fun, man. It was awesome. It was cool. Everything went smooth. It was dope. Seen a nice island and stuff. I've never been out there. It's kind of like a Cuba kind of sense, A little more advanced and stuff, but it's raw.
Let's stay with that fight though. I want to talk about that fight. Why did it take you 6 rounds to get him out of there?
Bro, because I didn't. I
gotta start criticizing, bro. What's up, bro?
I looked at his box record and stuff and studied his film and all this stuff. And buddies went 10 rounds, 8 rounds, and he's won going the distance. So I didn't want to come out trying to be a bull and I'm take him out of there. And let's say I don't, and then it goes 8 rounds and you feel me? I never even fought 4 rounds, So even though I know I could have done it, now I know. But coming into that,
you haven't done it.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't done it. So, always have little thoughts. So I was just trying to be more cautious. And at the same time, my manager and my dad always tell me, we got to take our time in there. So, we're working for 12-round fights.
I mean, that's the right way to do it.
Amen.
No point in rushing anything. So.
You were training with Pedro Diaz for a while, right?
Yeah.
How was that work like?
It was great, bro.
Good?
Pedro's a great coach, man. They got a good system there.
They do. Shout out to Pedro Diaz, man. He's doing big things. Your dad's also in the mix though too, bro.
Yeah,
being a great trainer.
My dad is he's definitely on road to be there, bro, for sure.
Besides you, does he have any other fighters that are becoming pro and stuff, or in that path, or not yet?
He got a bunch of young cats.
I know he has a lot of amateurs.
Yeah, and we bring the smoke, man. All the kids at our gym, they be thumping.
I think once you become champion, man, everything will start to fall in place. More guys are gonna want to be with your dad. That's gonna be pretty dope, man.
Well, by the time Abel becomes champion, his dad ain't gonna have more time for more fighters. I think it's the in-house people that he has right now that are really gonna be the real ones to stay with him. I mean, I
think your dad would take a good opportunity though. If somebody,
that's different. If a champion comes to train with him, that's different. But I'm talking about new people and amateurs and stuff. It's gonna be tough for his dad to literally split himself in multiple,
It's true, yeah.
It's crazy. It's his passion though, man. He really loves
100%.
this thing. And now that he has all data to really just put his mind into this, it's insane.
We gotta talk about that. I know your dad used to work before at the casinos, right?
Yeah, yep.
And he left all that shit to focus his time 100% on you. So how does that feel, man? Your dad doing all that, leaving his main source of income at the time to focus on you, man, 100%. How does that feel? I'm just very grateful for him. I'm blessed. Super blessed to have him doing that, and then on top of that, he enjoys it, you like they say, you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. It's true.
We put in hella work, no matter what, we put in work, but it's something that he loves, and he's there all day now. He's always training people. It'll fall everything into place for him,
There's a lot of guys that have, fathers as their trainers, but man, I see you and your dad, you guys have a great duo, man. It's not cocky. It's very humble, very loving and shit. A lot of guys can't say that, for example, you have Teofimo. Shout out to him because I love him a lot. 1-4, I think, you know, he's had a couple bad performances, but you can see that duo. It's like kind of toxic, opposed to like you and your dad. It's very humbling, very, you know, loving, right? You can say the same thing, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Same thing with Aaron and Chino. Is, you know, loving. I guess that's a Hialeah thing, I guess, dog. I don't know. You feel me? We're from Hialeah, so maybe that could be it.
Pops. Gotta,
But-
you know, it's all love when it's
And he's Cuban too, so I guess that you know, that Cuban love, you feel me? You know. So what part of Cuba is your dad though?
Guantánamo.
Oh, so Teo, you guys are fucking countrymen.
Yeah,
Guajiro.
Tranquilo, me está llamando eso.
Oye, mira, Guajiro está fuerte. El Guajiro está fuerte.
He got them big ass hands.
Los Guajiros son fuertes.
Hey,
Some big ass hands, dog.
I know
Shit.
we're talking about pros and stuff like that, but I want to ask you one question about the amateurs real quick. Which one meant more to you? The first Golden Glove National or the second Golden Glove National you won?
The second one.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was more of like a comeback story, you know? Like, oh, this guy's been gone. He comes back, wins the national title. What's up with him? You know? I'm different.
Right. Yeah, you had taken a little hiatus, like a year off.
Yeah, a year, 2 years off. You know, I was just, you know, I respect myself to go in the ring not prepared.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to go in there and make a fool out of me or my dad.
100%.
You know, so I wasn't, if I'm not putting 100% in the gym, I wasn't going to fight. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with myself. You know, I was working a job. I was doing window cleaning, actually, high-rise window cleaning.
You
I remember those. I remember those days, yeah.
Bro, he was on the gram on a building.
Oh, in Vegas. You started in Vegas, right? Doing that, and you came to Miami. You were doing that too. How was that?
I actually started down here, and then I went to Vegas, worked out there for a little bit, and then I ended up coming back here and just started.
Bro, you wild for that, bro. This guy's like 40 stories up, bro. Higher than that. Bro,
Yeah,
and he's taking selfies, dog.
Yeah, I remember.
Outside, dog, bro.
And you started from the bottom because a lot of fighters have the privilege to like not have to work and just focus on boxing. Like you had to like really work and get your money, you know. So like you really started from the bottom.
It was more me. I didn't really have to, bro. I was just being wanting more than what I really needed at the time. You know, trying to live a life that I wasn't supposed to live. You know?
It show you the hustle though, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think it's a bad thing either, though. I think you were experiencing and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm happy.
it probably took you some time away from the sport that you didn't need to take off. But at the end of the day, you learn more about yourself by doing things like that. At the end of the day, this is only going to fit you later for the future.
It's true.
Exactly.
You know, it's like these guys that don't live when they're young, and then when they're freaking 50, they want to do things. You know, you don't want to be that guy either.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy the way everything played out.
And you're still young. It's not like you're
turned 25.
It's not like you're an idiot and it took you 30 years to figure it out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Since you brought up the amateur topic, I'm gonna bring it up to you again.
Yeah, bro. Hey, you keep cutting off my amateur shit. All right, what's up?
What's something you regret in the amateurs that you could have done better, different?
Doing way better, bro.
Way better?
Yeah, oh my God. I used to.
But you did great.
No, not doing way better, doing weight better. Like doing,
weight.
Like maintaining and managing my weight better, you know? Really looking into nutrition and stuff. I remember the first Golden Gloves, I was weighing 187, 188 every day. Cutting 10 pounds.
Oh, like between the days of fighting.
Yeah. So I would weigh in, boom.
I have to go run.
177.8 or 178 flat. 178.2, I take off my drawers. I'm not running no more. I'll do whatever I got to do. And then I rehydrated my mind. I finished the fight around like 186, 187.
Go work out.
Yeah, throw on a couple of suits, sauna suit, a sweater, jump rope, work some mitts with my pops. You know, and then the same thing again, fight, and do the same thing in 5 days. That shit was killer.
But do you think you could make the weight better? You don't think that it was?
Yeah, it was just me being a fat ass, bro, just munching.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a buck right now. There was no way I could make 140 better. Like, I worked hard. I was dedicated.
Yeah,
like I'm talking when I was with Ramiro, not when I was bullshitting around before that. When I was with Ramiro, 140 was the minimum I can go. My body as an amateur. And the pros, obviously, you know, with the water and all that.
Yeah, you could cut it because you were fighting.
But there was no way I can get anything under 140.
Yeah, 32 would have been hell, right?
Impossible. No, it was impossible. I would have died. I would have ended up in the hospital.
But you were shredded, though. You were lean. You remember?
That's what I was telling you.
I was kind of chunky.
When I was with Ramiro, I was super. So that's why I was asking you, like, can you or can you not? But yeah, you had some more meat to you than
I
I
had
did,
more meat, and then on top of that, I was heavier. You know, when you're heavier, like, 5 pounds is like you dropping 2 pounds when you're dry, you know?
Right.
So if I drop like 10, it's like you dropping 4 or 5.
Yeah, you just wanted to eat and cut everything at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Very irresponsible, you know?
Right.
But you learn from those little mistakes, you know?
That's what the amateurs is about.
Exactly.
Right.
What is something that you take from the amateurs, from that amateur experience, that you put it now into the pro game?
A lot.
What is one thing that they...
You know, footwork, things I didn't do in the amateur that I need to do in the pro ring generalship, work more feints, looking more in control, more composing. That's the stuff that I'm just feeling, you learn from your mistakes too. Not just from the good things. I learned from all the bad things I did in the amateurs too.
I mean, you learn more from the losses.
Exactly. 100%.
Well, you were robbed a lot of times, so I'm not gonna say so. Let's give it a buck.
Like he said, even he would let their fights go close, right? So he would learn from that.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
And I do like something that you just said right now that I would peep in your amateur fights, but it wasn't a big deal. You were an amateur, but now that you say it, I like it. That ring generalship. So a lot of times you landed more shots, but you were in a bad position. Either you were close to the ropes or you were close to the corner. You weren't really ring generalship, controlling the ring in the middle. A lot of the times, like with this Orville Crooks guy, a lot of the time he would dictate the pace. Even though you landed more shots, you rocked him, you hurt him, he still would dictate, that ring generalship. Sure. So, and I think that it makes the judges see what's really not happening. Like they see something that's really not it, but just by being in a good position in the ring, it does a lot. It changes
everything, It does. It changes everything, and that's something I'm working on too.
Yeah, that's good. That's great that you said that, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who are some names that are some maybe notable names that you beat in the amateurs?
Not really nobody noticeable.
No.
Like that. I mean black guys, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's the Iceman, right?
The whole tournament's full of killers, It's Fernandez, I don't even know.
That kid's doing good. That kid you beat in the amateurs. What's his name? Blanca's. His nickname is Iceman or something like that.
Yeah, that cat.
He's solid.
Good, man. He was dropping everybody that tournament.
What weight is he at now in the pros?
I think 68 or 60. I'm not sure.
That's it. That's a future.
That's a future
banger right there. He's a Mexican dude. He's tough.
Yeah, he was actually down here with Pro Box for a while. I got some sparring with him not too long ago.
Oh yeah?
Earlier this year. Yeah.
How was that?
It was good work. Good work.
He's tall.
Yeah, he is pretty tall.
He's taller than you, right?
Yeah, he's like an inch taller than me.
Yeah, he seems to be tall as heck. That's good. That's great work and stuff.
So let's talk about this fight coming up, man.
No, before 14. We start, wait, let me ask him a question real quick.
Hurry up.
You'll like this.
I better like this shit.
You'll like it. A lot of people say, I know you're a humble guy. I can tell you're humble. You don't want to talk a lot of shit. But a lot of people say that you're ready for the top 15 already. And a lot of people say that you can beat Edgar Berlanga. That you could already beat him right now.
Shit.
In fact, a lot of people say you could stop him.
Shots fired.
How do you think a fight between you and Berlanga will go?
I mean, bro, I think Berlanga don't get enough credit. Honestly, he's doing his thing. He's working. He's throwing hard, but I just feel I'll take his ass out for real.
Oh, shit.
He started shots fired.
But I feel like he has a lot of holes in his game.
He started this shit so humble.
And
but he says it humbly, though.
Yeah. I think he's a great fighder. Yeah. I got belief in myself, and I think I could beat him, But he's strong, he's good, But I mean, look at his fight with Angulo, that one the Colombian cat or the Argentinian cat, forgot that, dropped him with a left hook. Like he has holes in his game, He's not unbeatable,
And you've sparred Angulo.
Yeah, I sparred Angulo. He's a strong dude.
Yeah, tough. But not Abel Gonzalez level.
So we'll talk about that now. But you're January 14. You obviously you're gonna handle business, whatever happens, knockout or whatever. What's next after that? What do you want to see yourself for 2023? How many fights do you want to have?
Well, my manager wants to keep me busy, so he was telling me 4 or 5 fights this year. It's going to be, maybe more rounds, so maybe a little less fights. Like, not less fights, but less consistent. Like, not just every month. Of course,
not every month.
Maybe like every other month, every 2 months or something, but it'll be a more meaningful fight, so.
100%.
And you think 2024, mid-2024, that can be like...
Yeah, I think I could, fighting for a little title or like a little, interim belt or regional. Yeah, stuff like that, Or maybe even this year.
We're talking all this shit about next year. I think that a promoter is gonna get you before next year comes. In my opinion, I think so. And maybe Matchroom, maybe Top Rank, one of these good ones.
Whatever you like, whatever falls on your table, man. And then you like.
Whatever good deal comes. What do you know about him? About your opponent this weekend? Let's talk about that.
St. Louis is his last name.
Yeah, Kenley. He's an MMA fighter mainly. He's 1-0. I looked up one of his fights though. He's not like he got a set at least.
No, he has basics.
Yeah, he can.
He can scrap. He's gonna come to fight. So.
One thing that people don't realize, bro, all it takes is one punch. Anything can happen.
Especially when you're in that weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything can happen. People, you're fighting a bum. Yeah, but that bum can land one good punch and lights are out. So you have to be on your game.
That word is thrown a lot. Bum, and it's like if they're feeding you a bum, you got to do what you got to do with them.
I mean,
if you're fighting bums and you're letting them, go the distance or beat you or hurt you, then that's a problem, But what else are they gonna do? Those first fights wasn't with no champs,
Mayweather's, Pacquiao's, the list goes on.
I mean, these so-called bums are stopping a lot of these blue chip or really good prospects. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna mention no names and no disrespect, but
name some. Name some.
I'm not doing that. But
look at that one cat, Clay Collard.
Yeah.
He came in, made a noise on coronavirus,
and he beat this Russian kid, whatever his name is, the prospect. What was his name?
Lefty.
Yeah, that now I think he's training with like damn man, what's his name? I have it in the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he beat him, and he was a prospect, signed, and everything. And look what happened.
Yeah, they threw his ass.
And he got dropped.
Beck. That shit was tough.
Yeah.
With Beck the bully.
Yeah.
Clay Collar with Beck.
Yeah.
Boy, Beck was ripping that body.
I remember that boy hits hard.
Yeah,
Is that the guy that got knocked out by Rosado?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hits hard.
Yeah, that dude's tough. He's good.
Yeah, he is. But not Abel Gonzalez though.
That's on a different level. So, champ, let's talk about a little bit of the boxing game in general. Give me your top 3 right now.
Active fighters?
Yeah.
Gotta say Crawford. Inoue.
Nah, why are you looking at me? I knew you were gonna fucking start looking at me, dog.
I've been doing a lot of film on him. Before, I never really, looked into him too much. But then the more I studied him, he's crafty, bro. He's tricky in there. His feints, the way he moves his feet, everything is dope to learn off of and stuff. And who else? Inoue is a monster, bro.
Bro, nasty.
He's nasty, dog. The thing about him, that weight class, unfortunate, it's true though. That weight class is not popular.
He was a 140 or something.
The thing is, you can't make him grow, bro.
I understand, but.
But the problem is he's beating the best guys in those weight classes.
I get
That's
you.
what matters.
But the fact is that weight class is not popping, and people are not going to tune into that. That's just the fact of it.
No.
They're not, dog.
The real boxing hardcore fans will tune into that, bro.
Yeah, but still, bro.
Yeah, I get it. The regular Joe.
People are going to tune into Abel, 168 pounder, 160, even 175. That people are going to tune into that. No, it's not going to happen.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't. But that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve top of the pound for pound list.
I get it, but still.
100%. And out in Japan, bro, dude's a.
He's a legend over there. He's a star.
He's like Mayweather.
He's bona fide, 100%.
Yeah, he's over there. Superstar. Their weights are like that.
Over there, he's a superstar.
So give me a third.
A third? Shit, man.
Better be good.
I mean, Bivens nice as hell, bro.
He is.
Bivens raw.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some heavyweights that are. I like Fury too, man.
Yeah,
Fury's top of my. Honestly,
Fury Usyk. Who do you got?
I got Fury.
Yeah, he's gonna be too big.
I got Fury, but Usyk, I wouldn't count him out though either. Yeah. He's a tricky dude.
So what's one fighter that you look at every day, like you study him to the bone, to the T? Crawford?
Nah. I just like him, but I don't really watch him like that. I used to do a lot of study on James Toney. I've been actually studying a lot of Hagler now. Marvin Hagler, he's raw. A lot of old school fighters. I've been looking at more old school fighters.
Marvin Hagler was dope to watch.
Yeah, bro.
He was entertaining and tough.
Cold, that switch hitter.
He got clipped by Thomas Hearns, came back, beat the brakes off of him, bro.
Yeah, he was a tough dude. Small, too, like 5'9", 5'10".
He wasn't big for 160 at all. He wasn't that big. Because when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard, that was coming up from 140, 147, wasn't that, didn't look bigger.
I got a good one for you, though. Who's your favorite Cuban fighter?
I know the answer.
You gotta say Rigo, bro.
Rigo?
All the time or like active?
Both. Give me active right now, and then I guess from all time.
Well, back then, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I used to always be on that pendulum step. I don't know if you guys remember. I used to always be in and out. In and out, buscando la derecha por derecha, which means right hand for right hand.
Right.
Teofilo Stevenson, bro. Monster.
It's a goal right there.
You say back then, you ain't doing that no more, dog?
You still do that.
I'm trying to implement it into the game more, I can't lose my footwork. Cause that's
you still have that. That's why I said it, because I just saw you train 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and you still have the hop. You still have the bounce.
Yeah, for sure. But that's all Teofilo right there. Stevenson, bro. He was a monster with that step, and then he throw that right hand. It was a cannon.
The knockout streak continues next weekend?
I think so, 100%.
But look,
man, it's gonna be worse for him.
Facts, more punishment. Yeah, we're gonna need the ER doctor there quick.
2023 this year, maybe next year, the big fights are gonna come, the big paychecks are gonna come. So what do you do with that first $1 million paycheck?
If I'm blessed to get the $1 million, man, I'm just establish myself good. Just establish myself so I don't have to worry about housing and worry about this, worry about that, and just focus more on the gym. And maybe, I don't know, who knows? Down the line with like that, a lot more connections get built, and from there it could be anything, Real estate, this, that, whatever.
What do you tell Abel Gonzalez at 18 now?
Yeah, we made it. we did it. We made it out of whatever we was going through, and now we're here.
Yeah, mental, man. And boxing's a mental thing.
Yeah, all day, bro.
But look, man, you have weighed in for 4 of your fights at like 165, 166.
Yeah.
Your goal is to go down to 160, correct?
Yeah, we're going to work our way down for sure. For sure to 160. That's most likely where we're going to campaign at. Right now, it's going to be 168 still. Probably still weighing the same, or like a little lower. And then, but the thing I got to do now is just be a little more disciplined and just maintain my weight lower and then come into fight week at a slightly lower weight, and then 160 shouldn't be a problem.
Right. Now, I'm going to ask you a fun question. For this is a fun question for the audience. And don't bullshit me. Don't give me that humble stuff. How do you see yourself with somebody like Triple G if that fight happened 2 years down the line, he's still in the main guy? He has 3 belts right now.
In 2 years from now?
3 years.
3 years from now?
And he's still the guy.
I mean, shout out Triple G, bro, but in 3 years, I don't even think he'd fight me, bro. I'm going to be in a different level in 3 years.
Facts.
What do you see right now? Forget 3 years. Right now, what do you see that you do better than him right now? Or do you see that you
I just think the youth will help me the most, but Triple G's a monster, bro. He has a great jab. I was actually watching a video of him sparring the other day with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
He was whooping.
That shit was cold, bro. He was tapping everywhere.
He's a strong guy.
Yeah.
Smart, too. Super smart. People don't give him the credit for how smart he is in there.
He's honestly what you call like a specimen for boxing, though. Because if you really pay attention to that guy, he's made out of iron, bro.
Like him.
Maybe his body's a little soft, but when it comes to the chin, bro,
he's a tank.
He's an iron dude, bro. Like you can hit that guy with the kitchen sink and he don't go down.
For real.
It's facts.
It's true. He's tough.
It's facts. But I could see you outboxing somebody like that. Not even 3 years, 2 years.
You know what I see a realistic fight down the line with him? Benavidez and Abel. At 168. Both young. He's 25 years old. You're 25.
I would have to disagree on the 168 thing because I don't think Benavidez is going to be at 68 for too
That's
much
true.
longer.
You're right. But
he's probably going to 75. I'm going to be at 160, but who knows? Down
but in the
line,
future,
with 28, 30.
I know that for the people that have mentioned this, they're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I don't even see him fighting a Berlanga. I don't think that fight will happen either.
Who?
You.
Me? No.
I don't think so. I think Berlanga will take it up before you come up.
Probably.
Probably.
We're going.
And I'm not talking shit about Berlanga. Like, I don't know him personally. So he might be the coolest person in the world, but there's just some holes I see. And now he's inching closer to that top 15, top 10 to fight those guys. Then he'll get a loss before you come up.
It's true you said that. I think a lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they don't like seeing a kid doing, flashy and doing the thing.
Right. Yeah, but I don't say it because of that. I say it because I know boxing.
Yeah,
I see things. But I agree with Nuss. And a lot of people talk mad shit. Like if he's like a total ass. He's not like that either.
Amateur fights.
And the powers are a legit thing. He is hard. He is hard. And if he catches you slipping, he'll sleep.
The thing is, you're not going to knock out every opponent. That's just the fact of it. So I guess everybody had the train. He was knocking everybody out. And then he had those last performances that he was. And everybody thinks, oh, he's not really what we thought he was.
Yeah.
That's how boxing is. That's one thing with boxing and MMA, bro.
It's a cold sport, bro.
But with MMA, it's different. With UFC, bro, they still hold it down for you, dog. That's the thing. Like with boxing, that kind of sucks, man.
Yeah, that is true.
You get 2-3 losses, they still praise him. In boxing, he's a bum. We're not gonna watch him
anymore.
In
MMA, you could take an L and you're still that guy. In boxing, you take an L and you are ass.
Your value drops like I'm crazy.
One thing about boxing, man, I love boxing, man, but yesterday, pay-per-view fight, and the fight ended at 2:30 at night, Eastern time. That's rough. That's rough. And you gotta pay $75 for that fight.
I'm not gonna lie though, that was a card definitely worth paying. I feel.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with you because Jaron Ennis was in there. Rashidi Ellis put up a great fight,
fighting against
which
who,
I thought he got robbed.
But fighting fucking D-level fighters, bro. Come on.
No. That wasn't a D-level fighter either.
Okay, a C minus.
He was tough. Villa was tough, and he came to scrap.
But still, man, you can't be selling a fight at 75, and they're not fighting the caliber that they're supposed to be fighting.
You know what? I wouldn't have a problem with the $75 if the main event was not Hector Garcia and it was Ryan Garcia.
Oh, of course.
Then I wouldn't have a problem.
But my eyes closed.
But I'm saying we can keep the co-main, we can keep all the other fights. Yeah. But if the main event was Tank and Ryan Garcia, I'd have paid.
I'll pay $100 for it.
Yeah,
that's a fight that's paid. You can pay for it.
Tank is that one guy that I didn't put him on my pound for pound list past week that we just did. I didn't put him on that list because of the fact that he doesn't have those big wins against those big names.
The
super talented guy, but he hasn't really like. Teofimo fought Lomachenko. Devin Haney beat Kambosos for all the titles. These guys are. Shakur's already gone up 3 weight classes. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why.
What do you see?
What do you think now, though?
What now?
You put him now on your list or no?
I need to see that fight in April with Ryan Garcia. He beats him. He's in my top.
Who do you got
up there?
with them? I think Tank wins.
Tank. I can see it too, but
bro, I think Ryan Garcia is super underrated, dog.
Hey, one of the Put the camera on me, champ. Put the camera on me. One of the best left hooks in boxing.
Yeah, definitely.
By
Fast,
far,
explosive,
right? I don't like
strong.
Ryan Garcia. Not personally, I'm saying as his boxer, as his boxing style. It's not my thing. One of the best left hooks in
Yeah,
boxing.
mean left foot, quick as hell.
Fastest left hook.
And Tank is gonna have to do a lot of reaching to get to him. So that might be dangerous.
Believe it or not, Tank, I know he's a puncher and he lets people hit him because believe it or not, he actually lets himself get hit, I feel. He's very technical. He's not going to be doing no reaching. If he don't get there with his feet, he won't reach.
And that left foot, Tank is good at rolling. Like,
He is.
You know, he'll just...
It's gonna be interesting to see if it happens because boxing. April comes, there's no showdown. So
No, I do think Tank is going to get touched up, though.
I think he's going to get
gonna
touched up a little bit. But
because the size, like Nelson said, is tough.
And let's
I
see.
don't know how Garcia would adapt, man. Ryan Garcia. I don't see how he would.
I think he'll win the early rounds, though.
Maybe, yeah. You know,
With the
Tank always
jab,
gives
the
the
long
rounds away,
jab, long left hook. Yeah, he's really, really has low volume in the early. It's sort of like Bud. Bud is really slow started, too.
Yeah.
So, but I think he'll finish him later.
Yeah, I think so.
Late
too.
rounds.
I think 9, 10, I feel like he's going to just break him down.
Hey, bro, do you feel some type of way that he's saying all my things?
Nah.
You cool with
I'm
it?
cool with it, dog. My brother at the end of
Temperature
the day,
check. Let
dog.
me make sure you're good.
Well, talking about all these changes, man, you being, campaigning at 160, 160, you never have gotten a call to like spar Canelo and work with him? Because I know
never
Hamed
did.
got a call and he went over there. That'd be a pretty cool experience for you, man, to be sparring,
would be dope.
a guy
Would be
like
pretty
Canelo.
dope.
How do you think you see yourself in that sparring session?
I think we'd give each other good work. You know, he got a lot of experience. He could teach me and,
You
put
could
me
teach him
on.
some Cuban. You could give him a little Cuban, lesson too,
He's someone that mad people are not giving him credit for.
Canelo?
Canelo, yeah.
I fuck with Canelo.
I think Canelo is a beast.
He's
monster.
legit.
Monster.
He did get beat by Bevo, but chasing
Doesn't
greatness,
matter. He
going
went
to
up
175.
5 weight classes to
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
the dude.
Who does
Y'all
that?
gotta remember,
Nobody.
he had his pro debut at 140. Not even welterweight, 140.
No, it's
He was
not,
like 15 though, right? Or
Yeah, he was
16?
15.
And nobody's
16.
doing that. Nobody's going up in weight class to chase greatness, bro. Like
No,
Canelo's
what
a
he's
bad
doing is
man.
wrong, you know?
I don't take much into that loss.
I don't either.
Like I take more than that loss. What I take more is the fact that he gassed out against Triple G in the 8th round. He lost every round from the 8th up. Like that, I take more of that. He didn't look good. He didn't throw combinations against Triple G. He was throwing like one shot at a time, which he did with Bevo too. It's not the loss that where he lost to Bevo. It's the fact that he was throwing one punch at a time. Like he didn't look like the pound for pound great that I know from like 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah, he used to put punches together, man.
Bro,
Finish to the body, nice.
4 or
and
5
take
punch
you out of there.
combinations. Here up top.
You also got to remember though,
down low.
he's been active for a long time.
He's been very
He's
active.
been working hard. He's enjoying the fruits of his labor too.
I think the wear and tear, and maybe going out and drinking. You know,
I mean,
'cause-
buddy. You know, like I forgot who said it. I don't know if it's Holyfield or somebody. It was like it's hard to get up to run in the morning when you're sleeping in silk sheets.
facts.
You know, so I don't know. Maybe it's that or.
I
who
just
knows,
think
you
he's
know?
been too active, man. He's been, a lot
I
of
think
wear
he's
and tear.
slowed down. He's slowed
Yeah.
down a little bit, in my opinion.
He needs a real good rest. But look, supposedly he's gonna fight in May. We're talking about Triple G though. It's a fight that could happen, and they're talking about it. Lara versus Triple G. What do you think about that fight?
I think Triple G might take it. I think so. I mean, Lada's still a problem, bro. He's un technical, dog. Lada's
Very
technical.
technical.
as
I mean,
hell.
he can outbox anybody.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the-
he's
the-
super
But
technical.
is he gonna be doing? Is he gonna be able to do it for 12 rounds? And again,
Yeah.
somebody at Triple G that's gonna attack that body
and a puncher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like Nelson and I spoke about one time, Hurd dropped him, and Hurd is nowhere
And
near.
her pop has no pop. He's
that
just an
level.
overwhelmed puncher.
No, not that he can't pop. Forget about that he punch or no punch.
But the
It's-
power's
he's
not there
in
like
the
Triple
level.
G,
He's
yeah.
not in the level of Triple G. That's
Yeah, yeah.
real.
And at 160, it's a different animal of a weight class. So, I mean, hopefully the fight is made, man. Hopefully Lara can, pull him, man. He's Cuban, man. We're always supporting our Cubans, dog. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a good fight.
I mean, I'll root for it. Of
course, Lara, 100%.
I'm a root for
They're
him.
making that something for real now.
That's what they're talking about.
I seen them talking about
It's
it a
just
while
in
ago.
talks. Yeah, it's just. I don't think that fight will happen.
It can happen though. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
They
Of
both
course,
have a belt, right?
And the
At
money will be
160.
right. Yeah, I think Laura has the WBA regular though, the Mickey Mouse one,
Yeah.
how I call it. But
When I'm talking about the Cubans now, you have somebody, kind of in your weight
Yeah.
class, David Morrell. What do you think
thank
about
you
him?
for bringing that topic up. Thank you.
He's nice, bro. He's a talented fighter.
That's a tough guy to beat.
He's tough.
He's tricky.
And he's southpaw. Makes
How,
him
how old
tricky.
is he?
He's young. He's like younger than.
I think he's a little younger than you,
24.
23.
23,
No,
Yeah.
24. I think.
24?
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
year apart. It's not a big difference though.
That's you had mentioned Benavides. That's a fight that can happen in the future. Both
Cuban American versus
both
the Cuban.
very marketable.
Pero yo lo voy a mío.
100%.
Al cubano americano,
Nah, go for me
100%.
too.
You already know, baby.
Me too.
No, but that can be a good fight in the future.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
But facts be facts. I like that southpaw.
Yeah, he's nasty.
He's a good fighter.
I like him.
It's funny when he first came from Cuba, he went to Kangaroo, and at that time I had a fucked up rib. So I couldn't really spar or nothing. But I seen him there. He was at Kangaroo chilling. He was training with. He came to train with George for a day, and he was just learning how to drive, and he crashed George's Cadillac.
No,
he was driving another whip, and he ran into George's Cadillac, and it was funny as hell. George was pissed.
Oh crap. Man, so damn, man, that sucks that you didn't get to sparring right now.
How do you think that sparring would have gone?
I mean, that was years ago.
Would have been
too.
2-2, bro. I think anybody I spar with, I don't think anyone gets it easy.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. What do you feel about that though? Like you fighting another Cuban, does that like linger in your mind? Like, oh shit, like I don't want to fight my countryman, or you don't really care?
Nah, I don't care. That shit don't matter, bro.
The reason why I say it because there's a lot of Mexican fighters. It's different. Cuban, there's like a very small amount of Cubans.
Smaller, big, man.
I get it, of course.
I mean, it's messed up on like the people that set up the fight, like the 2 Cuban heavyweights, Brusón with what's his name, Pero, I think.
Pero.
Yeah, that was
that fight. That's 2 upcoming Cuban heavyweights. That they
I mean, down the line, if they were both up there, it makes all the sense in the world. But right now, it makes no sense in the world. Look, Brusón ended up taking another loss, if I'm not mistaken. There's no point of taking those.
Oh, he took another L?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he probably did.
Don't comment on that. I think he did. But yeah, there's no point in that. But like what you said, Abel, is already up there or close to being a champion, and so is
David
Morrell. Then it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And him, that's his career. This is his business, baby. You can't confuse that shit.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, he could be anything. Cuban, Chinese, whatever it is.
Facts. Hey,
anybody can get it.
Tell me another 160 pounder that you could probably see realistically maybe fighting in the future.
I mean, maybe Janabek. Maybe down the line, that'd be a great fight at 160.
I think you stop him.
Yeah, man. Hey, that one dude that fought him, I don't know his name.
Bentley,
bro. Bentley gave him hell. He made it tough for him,
Tough time. And he caught him with a few shots. I think Janabek is a good boxer, though. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. There's something about my boy Abel, I think.
I appreciate that.
How long do you see your career going? How many fights do you want to have until you're like, okay, I want to retire?
Forget about the fights. What age do you want to retire?
Let's see how long it goes, as long as I can.
Yeah, you don't want to.
It's what I love, and I just don't want to be in that position like a lot of older fighters that they fight for a check or they fight for that. I got to respect myself and take my health into consideration too. Like I don't want to be an old head, 40 years old, bumping with young cats coming up.
So in other words, what do you pick? The legacy or the money?
Shit, give me both. Give me both. They're both equally as important.
I mean, money follows once you have the legacy going.
Exactly,
But some champs, they have the legacy going, but they start chasing the bag, and then they end up becoming, the punching bag.
Yeah.
A lot of champions, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, the bread is necessary to live,
Of course, but the legacy is also important.
Yeah. You want to leave your mark, You
don't want your legacy to be overshadowed because you were trying to take money to fight these guys, and then you're getting whooped, Mm-hmm. So, but I'm glad that you said that both, because both obviously equally are important.
Both are important, But I need to get. I'm busting my ass, bro. For me to be, just to do it for legacy is like.
I have a quick question for you, bro. We're talking about legacy and stuff, and it's still a little too early. But I want to ask, maybe, is there somebody that you want to call out?
Not really, bro.
Nah,
it's everybody. It's with everybody.
You're on your own lane right now.
But it's with everybody. Like call out everybody. Like
anybody.
When it's my time, everybody's gonna get it. It's not gonna be like I don't want to be that. I want to bring back that old school style of fighting. Like let's just fight. Like forget about no tune up, no build up, no this, no that. Like once I'm up there, it's time to fight.
Sort of how like Spence was back then. Big Fish calling everybody out, fighting everybody, and then the minute Bud came in 47, he changes that.
I don't know about all that. But forget about that. We're talking about the champ, dog. Before we forget.
Yeah, brother, please take that out. We need that signature, man.
And also, man, when you become the champion, you can't forget about it. So you got to bring the belts, lay them on right here.
For sure, we're going to have that follow-up.
But you forget his dad 5 minutes from us?
Yeah, I know where you live, dog.
Hey, but man, real quick, man, I appreciate you for coming, brother.
Before I forget, too.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
When you win by knockout, bro, try to see if you can give me one pair and him one pair for your fight. Your glove fight for the fight. If you can.
See, my manager, he be buying them things, bro, so... I gotta see.
I'll talk to your manager, dog. Talk to your manager, dog.
We'll see.
Wherever you want, champ.
Nelson be trying to take everything from everybody, bro. He's like that, bro.
Yeah, so when we have our own studio, we can put it right there and place it,
No, facts. Anything that comes from Abel is much appreciated.
El Jefe in the motherfucking building, dog.
Yes, sir.
Finally, dog.
Nah, it was lit. It was lit having you on, brother, for real, man. Somebody we known for a long time.
We known each other for a long time. We went to high school together.
So I used to spar
We
him.
used to go party together.
Hey, I know he's gonna end up watching this. I hated sparring your brother, dog.
Yeah.
He was too damn big for me, dog. I don't know why. But Espinosa was a dick. He was always making me spar like fucking middleweights plus. I was fighting at 138.
Oh, I remember Espinosa put me to spar Frank once. Gonzalez a bunch of times, all the time.
Yeah, bro.
And I was like 165, 170. He was bumping.
Rest in peace to him, but he like damn that kind of style, bro. It's not the right way to go, man.
I don't think that was good for Frank either because I used to spar him. He used to spar him. Carlos, heavy-handed, used to spar him.
Yeah,
That's dumb.
Frank got it in, bro.
He's a one.
Everybody.
I think that's that Cuban old style mentality.
Yeah, old school. Or don't drink water. Don't drink water, bro. Are you like retarded?
Yeah.
That's an old school mentality thing, though.
Yeah,
Shout out to Frank though. He got the balls though. Ese buen día con cualquiera with anybody.
Hey,
so shout out to Frank Gonzalez, baby.
Frank Gonzalez will fight anybody. Like there's nobody on this face of this earth that he won't fight.
He'll fight heavyweight right now.
He'll fight Tyson
He'll fight
Fury.
Lorenzo.
He'll fight Tyson
if he had
Fury.
to.
He's a savage. He's a
100%.
savage.
Shout out to Frank.
But brother, before we go, is there something you want to say to your fans? Your camera's right here, champ.
Anything to my fans, just stay tuned. We're doing our thing. We're having fun while we're doing it. And the journey's going to be awesome. I'll see you guys at the top.
Ooh, at the top, baby.
I like that.
That was a nice one.
All right, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you guys for
appreciate you
having me,
again.
man.
Like this 10th time I've told you, brother.
It was
But
fun having
hey,
you.
this ain't the only one I want to get in with you, though.
Of course.
2 years down the line, you know,
we
you
gotta
on that
follow up.
contender
When
or
he's
whatever.
15 and 0, you know, we'll get back you in here, and then when you get the belt,
You're already on that contender shit. You're about to fight for the world title. We need to bring you back on.
It's only
all
right. It's only right.
My brother.
and I'm gonna
man.
make this promise now. When you have that title chance, bro, me and Andrew are gonna be there with suit and ties, ringside, baby, with the
facts.
Cuban flag. We're gonna be representing.
Oh,
We got to.
Oh, yeah, that's 100%.
We got to.
That's 100%, man. Hey, man, everybody that tuned into this episode, I hope you enjoyed it. We sure did. The childhood friend right here, man.
My brother.
Soon to be champ. Tune in. Your Instagram, we already said it, Abel Gonzalez 15 or Abel _ Gonzalez 15. Stay tuned. You got something to say, champ?
You already know, man. Keep supporting. For all the supporters, thank you for subscribing. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing, everything to keep us on top. And I really appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving us. And let's start 2023 with a bang, baby. You already know.
Facts.
Sir.
If you haven't subscribed,
Subscribe now.
subscribe. Peace.